Hey everyone, and welcome to week 5 of the Pokeball Draft League. This week we are up against a Canadian Cub Chews, somebody who also has a Trick Room variant to their team that I was a little bit worried about going to this week. They also had some power in priority moves, so some of our team building this week revolves around trying to shut that down as well. I did get lucky. I was able to see one of my opponent's previous battles, actually last week's battle. The one other guy who started recording this league happened to face him last week, so I got pretty lucky in that. So I had some idea of what moves he might bring. I wasn't sure how much he changed his team and stuff like that. Let's start off with one of our supporting Pokemon, and that's going to be Brute Bonnet. This week, Brute Bonnet is bringing Taunt, the first time we've brought this year, and the idea of it is to shut down Oranguru and Sableye in particular. It's also bringing Crunch to try to deal with those guys, and Bullet Seed to provide a little bit of offensive pressure. I'm bringing a Spore as well to try to shut down any of his offensive threats that he might have, as long as it's not Lurantis, because obviously Spore doesn't work for Lurantis. But with this setup and the Wrinkle of Taunt, I'm hoping we can get quite a bit of value of Brute Bonnet this week after we haven't done much with it each of the couple of past 2 weeks. Perhaps our biggest piece of tech we're bringing in this week is our Rabsca. Rabsca is nothing new to our team. We've used it plenty of times before. After all, it does have Trick Room for us, does have Revival Blessing, and a variety of other moves such as Psychic and Dazzling Gleam to do some damage at least. However, the big one this week is going to be the Psychic Terrain. I'm hoping to use Psychic Terrain to shut down his priority moves, any status moves he might have from, say, Sableye. I have a feeling Sableye is going to run Fake Out, Quash, stuff like that, maybe Thunder Wave, maybe Will-O-Wisp as well. I'm hoping with all of those going in, if we can get a Psychic Terrain down, not only will it boost our Psychic moves, but it will also shut down his priority and really put him behind and neutralize some power of his team. Next up, we have Hatterene. I think we've brought Hatterene just about every single week, and this week is no different. The big one I had to ask about, the big question I had to ask about Hatterene this week was, do I run Psychic or do I run Dazzling Gleam as the offensive spell on here? We're bringing Mystical Fire as a little bit of fire coverage because of Lurantis. My opponent loves to do Oranguru Lurantis from what I saw from his battle last week and from what I've heard from other players. Dazzling Gleam is what I ended up going with. We already had the Psychic coverage with Rabsca if we needed it, and I also just wanted the spread move. These two combined with a slightly different set this week of going after the more specially defensive bulk for his team, I'm hoping gives us staying power, and the Mystical Fire gives us coverage into that Lurantis especially. The Steel Sweeper himself, our King Gambit, is making another return this week. There were too many things on his team, especially the Oranguru, that I wanted to bring him in, the King Gambit in to try to deal with. Same with the Sableye. It's not super effective for Sableye, but can still do some work. Ironhead, Kowtow Cleave, and the wrinkle for him is to use Psychic with Terra Psychic with Terra Blast. This would help us a little bit against any fighting type moves that might come out into it, and also as Protect. We're going Supreme Overlord again. I really do like Supreme Overlord in this format where we bring all 6 Pokemon and we have a chance for way more damage from it. The held item this week, instead of the safety goggles, we're going with Choppleberry. In case it has any fighting moves and we don't Terra it, we can hopefully live at least one fighting type attack and then get a lot of damage off with our King Gambit. Hup and away! Everybody's favorite turtle, the Torkoal, is back for this week. Bringing a standard set for the most part. We're bringing Charcoal, Drought, Quiet Nature, whole 9 yards like that. The only thing that's a slight wrinkle is a Terra Fairy, mostly for the Garchomp. I wanted Terra Fairy to try to deal with that, and then we have the Terra Blast on it, and Eruption and Heat Wave. We did not bring Earth Power this week. We just wanted to bring Eruption to force him to respect it. Heat Wave in case he focuses it down with his priority moves, just to weaken a little bit, and then Terra Blast, as I said, for his Iron Moth, or Slitherwing, sorry, and again, that Garchomp that I was fully expecting him to bring. Protect as well. Love Protect. It can do so much for us. And finally, we have Hariyama. Hariyama is going to be our Pokemon with a lot of coverage moves this time. Doesn't have any fighting type moves, though. I wasn't too interested in bringing something like Drain Punch or Close Combat. I wanted Ice Punch, again, for the Garchomp. I was very concerned about it. It also hits Lurantis pretty well. Knockoff to deal with Oranguru and Sableye. and then Rock Slide just for the spread move and a chance to flinch. If we get a lucky flinch, we could really take advantage of that with this Guts Flame Orb set we like to bring. And I brought Terra Ice, again, try to deal with that damn Garchomp. I felt like a Terra Ice Ice Punch into Garchomp would be a surprise, and B, potentially a game-winning move. There's the team we're bringing for this week, guys. This is probably the battle I have been most worried about, besides our week 1, just because it was our first ever week. So we'll see how it goes this week, and hopefully I will have the battle up in a couple days. But thanks for watching, guys, and see everyone then.